Hello, and welcome to another live chapter reading of The Colors of Darkness, Poems and Activities to Promote Ability Awareness by Chelle, as presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. The colors of darkness, a world without vision, is not dismal or bleak. Colors shine through. Other senses do speak. Black is the night, so quiet and still. Clothing that you wear, with what you will. Red is the lipstick Mom leaves on my cheek. A spicy hot pepper, a fireworks shriek. Orange is a campfire that warms hands and feet. An orange bursts in my mouth, so tangy and sweet. Yellow is the warm sun that makes everything grow. A nice sour lemon that tingles my tongue so. Green is the crisp aroma of plants, the long grass that tickles under the ends of my pants. Blue is cool water, fast burbling streams, the warm summer sky from which sunlight beams. Purple is the scent of sweet lilac on the breeze, a crisp, delicious grape that you can eat as you please. Pink is cotton candy, so fluffy and divine, a silky pink dress with ruffles so fine. Brown is the rich earth I dig into with toes, the rough bark of a tree against my back as I doze. White is the snow, so soft and so cold, a stark blank canvas that makes other hues bold. These colors are alive, as feelings, as sounds, as odors, as tastes. The glorious spectrum abounds. Directions. Have you ever wondered what it might be like to go through life without being able to see? How would you experience the world around you? Would you learn to use your other senses to do the same things that you enjoy now? Think about your favorite activities, places, foods, and objects. How do they sound, feel, smell, and taste? Would you still enjoy them without looking at them? The poems in this book are written by a lady who does not remember seeing. Each poem describes something special to her and the different ways that she experiences them. Believe it or not, the cover of this book was designed by the author. Can you write or draw without looking? Give it a try. After reading each poem, close your eyes and do your best to draw a part of what you have just read. Then open your eyes and see how you did. Chocolate, a smooth wrapper that crinkles as I toss it away. A deep, rich aroma, making my day. Silk in my fingers begins melting so quick. The bittersweet goodness, this should come in a brick. Popcorn. The kernels are popping in such a merry dance. The buttery smell makes me wiggle and prance. The supreme salty flavor as it melts on my tongue. I fling it in by the handful. A crunch fest has sprung. Seashells. Rough on the outside, every curve, every spike, spiraling into great smoothness, yet no two are alike. The salty aroma makes my heart fill with cheer. I hear the ocean I love as I place it to my ear. Rainstorm. The scent of fresh, damp earth. The air grows heavy and wet. The rumble of thunder in the distance. But I do not fret. The pitter-patter of raindrops. The wind, how it blows. The peace when it's over. Oh, how everything grows. Mountain. The crunch of my boots over rocks, over boulders. An ache that I feel from my feet to my shoulders. An arduous journey all the way to the top, where the crisp, cool wind makes my heart stop. Beach. The call of the seabirds, salt and fish on the air, soft sand underfoot, and I have not a care. The crash of the waves rushing in around my feet. I dive gleefully in to escape the blistering heat. Forests. The chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, the tug of the wind on my hat and my sleeves, the rich smell of earth, of plants growing so tall, the sweet odor of wildflowers, insects buzzing so small. Baby. The tinkling giggles, the saddest of cries, the silkiest of skin, the softest of sighs. Tiny, fast breaths, a gentle soap smell, a warmth in your arms, a joy hard to tell. How did you do? What did your drawings look like? Did they get better as you practiced more? Did you find tricks that made it easier to draw with your eyes closed? Blindness. Have you ever met a person who is blind? You may see them with a white cane or perhaps a guide dog. They might wear sunglasses or an eye patch. Their eyes may look normal or they may look different. Sometimes their eyes may not look directly at you, may be an unusual color, may move around a lot, or may stay closed all of the time. People can have different amounts of vision. Some individuals are totally blind. This means they see nothing at all. Some people are able to see light, some light and shadows, and some varying degrees of much more. Some have trouble seeing things that are in the distance, and some have trouble seeing things close to them. Others have trouble focusing their eyes on things or see only from the edges of their eyes. Still, others have something called tunnel vision, which means they can only see things directly in front of their faces, as if they were looking into a tunnel. There are many ways in which a person may lose their sight. Some people are born that way, while others lose their sight later in life due to a sickness or accident. I had cancer in both of my eyes, and so did two of my daughters. When I was small, they were not able to make my eyes better, so they had to remove them. Thankfully, both of my girls were able to keep their eyes, although they are also visually impaired. You may be wondering how people with no vision travel from place to place. Some use a white cane to make sure that they do not step off edges or bump into things. They may even have a special dog trained to guide them. They may walk where they need to go or take public transportation. Types of public transit might include city buses, taxis, Ubers, or Lyfts. Believe it or not, a Google company is even designing a car that can be driven by people who are unable to see. The modern era has produced so much technology that is useful for people with differing levels of vision. There are all types of magnifiers that make things bigger to see, as well as binoculars and monoculars to help see things that are far away. There are screen reading softwares that can read things on phones, tablets, and computers. There are talking GPS systems that help people navigate while walking and taking public transportation. There are talking watches, talking dictionaries, talking calculators, talking thermometers, talking scales, and so much more. There are apps that can take pictures of books or documents and read them out loud. There are even apps that can scan barcodes and identify things by their packaging. The human brain is an amazing machine that is always thinking of ways to make life more simple for people with different challenges. People who are blind play many roles in their communities and can have a number of different careers. There are parents, teachers, therapists, child care workers, lawyers, computer programmers, government workers, customer service representatives, martial artists, chiropractors, massage therapists, factory workers, musicians, voice actors, artists, YouTubers, authors, like me, and so much more. I have even heard of a few photographers with visual impairments. There are also sports designed specifically for people without sights. If you are interested in learning more about them, you can look up beep ball and goal ball, tandem bicycling, blind hockey, or blind cricket online. If you have any questions about blindness that I have not answered, feel free to email them to me. I'm always happy to educate people to the best of my ability. Braille. In 1824, in Paris, a blind student by the name of Louis Braille decided that he would like to be able to read. He created a special alphabet by punching holes into paper and making dots. Over time, this grew into a complicated system of writing called Braille that is used this day for reading and writing. Because Braille books take up so much room, many people listen to audiobooks or read ebooks with screen readers instead. However, there are many other ways that Braille is used. Braille may be used to label things like medicines, spices, DVDs, or anything else you can imagine. It can also be used to adapt board games or cards. There are many ways to make Braille. There are slates that hold paper so you can poke holes with a stylus to make Braille manually. There are Braille typewriters and printers. There are even refreshable Braille displays that connect to computers, phones, or tablets and allow people to read text that is on the screen. Braille alphabet. Take a look. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the reading. Have a good night.